Here she comes, coming over the hill now, coming over the hill now, here comes, here she comes, here she comes, here she comes. Yay!
Hobo without the bow.
You're just a hoe. Hello,
Hiya.
and welcome to another video. Today we are a bit closer to home. We're at, is it Belton or Epworth?
We're between Epworth and, oh no. There's like a picnic
Area.
thing that they've made recently that's opposite the recycle plant, but I don't know what it's called.
So we've just randomly found a route on OS Maps.
Deb has, this could be disastrous.
So I haven't looked at it, don't know what terrain it is, just looked at the length and
So
thought,
once again, we're well prepared.
but we're, you know, this is part of the adventure, like we said before, just, you know, seeing where we end up.
A weather forecast for today was supposed to be not so great, and so far we are defying the
Weather gods.
yes. This is, I think, what did we say? 8.7 mile walk
Something like that, yeah.
that we're going to be going on. So yeah, not
Better get cracking.
not quite as challenging terrain as some of our previous, but
No, but we can't always afford petrol to go to the peaks
Well,
in this climate.
and also the challenge could be that I've only got 50% battery on my phone,
I've got a bit more, so I can take over navigation.
and we don't actually have a map as per usual because
Well, we're local, aren't we now?
we're OS Maps in it.
That is the modern way. We are, well, we're not millennials, are we? We're whatever,
Gen
Xers.
X's. Anyway, we might be checking back in later going, we don't know where we are, we're lost.
I'm cold because I didn't bring another layer.
There we go.
This is how not to walk, how not to go hiking.
We do just like to give people the full remit of what works and what doesn't work.
Yeah,
And we'll tell you whether this works or not.
and in fairness, we're about 8 miles from home, so it's not like the end of the world, really. Famous last words.
It's beautiful.
It is.
Sun shines on the righteous, Deb.
Lots of great gravel trails here. Might have to come back with the bike.
Oh, I was just having a skip. I'm just in one of those moods. Just in one of those moods.
A little bit further along, we're a couple of miles in now. So just going back to what Becca mentioned earlier about sort of trying to get out
Getting
for your
out.
well-being.
Being at one with nature. Enjoying it. The thing for me is I am
Look at that butterfly.
pretty. My life has taken quite a significant turn recently, and not for the, well, eventually for the better, but at the minute it's a bit of a kind of
Shitstorm.
bit of a shitstorm, yeah. And I think it is very easy when in that kind of shitstorm to feel like you just want to bury your head, or feel like you just want to kind of not do anything. You don't want to kind of engage too much with people or the world or whatever. And I think something like this, and there has to be a little bit of a forced kind of element to it. Like me and Deb were just talking and saying I wouldn't necessarily come out and do something like this on my own because I like to chatter, and I wouldn't just chatter to myself. Whereas Deb's quite happy to come out and do something like this on her own because she just likes the peace and quiet. She likes to be able to kind of think and do whatever, and just likes the space for her own head. So I think, you know, it's quite important to recognise if you're not in a great headspace, what it is you need to get into a better headspace. And something like this is kind of perfect, certainly for me and for Deb and for, you know, a few people that are, you know, my friends and stuff that I know. So if you're going through a shitstorm,
Get your ass outside. on that note, I think, you know, with motivation, we're just saying, you know, motivation is a feeling, like feeling happy or feeling sad. Feeling motivated is transient emotion. And I think, you know, if you're waiting to feel motivated, you're never going to get started with something. So it's about sort of having some boundaries for yourself. I can remember Becca texting me one day when I was like, oh, I don't know if I really want to run today, and she's like, just stop thinking about it, stop overthinking it, just get yourself out.
Get your shoes on. Get your shoes
on. That's it.
The first port of call is when you start thinking, and that's the thing for me as well. Like I'm not a planner at all. I'm just a doer if I want to, and sometimes that goes tits up, and it, you know, you end up 3 days down the line thinking, oh shit, I've said for the last 3 days I was going to do this, that, and the other. And but I think sometimes even non-planners have to try and kind of put something in place that's going to benefit your kind of mental state. And if that thing is just making sure that tomorrow morning you tell yourself you're going to get up and go for a run, or you're going to get up and go for a walk, or go to the gym, or, you know, eat better or whatever, it's just putting that first wheel in motion. It's putting your shoes on. It's kind of making a shopping list. It's whatever.
And not allowing yourself to think about it, because what I would do is, if I knew I was running after work, when I was getting towards the end of my working day, I'd be starting to think about, oh, I've got to get home, I'm going to be tired, I'm going to have to get changed, I'm going to have to either drive to where I'm going to run, or go out, oh, there's going to be cars going up and down because it's rush hour, and you can just talk yourself out. And the same thing if you're kind of setting your alarm to get up in the morning. If you don't get up and just get out of bed and get your stuff on and go, you can lie there procrastinating.
Kind of making sure that you set your expectations realistic for you as a person as well, because otherwise it all goes tits up, doesn't it? I just want to take a moment to say, soz Dev, it's a video. This is probably the least pleasant part of the walk that we've done thus far, just because we are right next to the M180. So it's like, it's beautiful. Yeah, it's beautiful. You know, the actual terrain is really lovely, but nobody wants to walk through the beautiful, lush, green English countryside listening to that shit going off next door.
No.
So,
however, it is a really nice bike route as well, so anybody that's into
fucking tell her to stop banging on about her bastard bikes.
I'm missing being on my bike.
Every 5 minutes, oh, this is a good gravel trail. Oh, this is a good gravel. Oh, I'll have to bring my bike down here.
So yeah, any gravellers amongst you?
The things we do to get the shot. Dev's having to walk down to the gate to get me walking through the gate to get the shot.
Here she comes, coming over the hill now, here comes, here she comes. Yay!
I'm just saying, you think you're a country bumpkin until you come down a bit of road that smells like shit, and then you realise I'm a townie. It's wide and it's actually relatively pothole free, so I would guess there's not a massive amount of traffic fall through here.
It's good for my wankle.
I mean, I always think that's going somewhere else.
I'll just give you a little...
I don't want to go upside down.
Yeah, I can flip the shot. Yes, got taped up because the pathetic ankle situation is unresolved so far.
Well, so why is it unresolved, Deb? You're not resting it enough? Or is
No,
it just...
I haven't resting it, it's just I think I really wanged it. Still with the sympathy.
Well, I'm trying to be something. I'm asking questions about it.
Is that how you
This is what sympathy looks like on me.
Okay, good to know.
I mean, I just give you a heads up. This is me being sympathetic. You don't know what you want.
So for anybody that didn't see our last video, why the fuck not? And the reference...
Where have you been?
Yeah, where have you been? Wankle is my wank ankle, which I developed on the Yorkshire Three Peaks route. Let's go.
Might be. So hop skipping back on it. We've just come down one path.
Just come from over there. Just come round the top here. And then
up this way.
Up that way.
So we kind of take a bit of a convoluted route to add a few more, it's not miles plural, but a bit more mileage in. The path that we could have taken was just like a number 7, kind of, rather than kind of being all additional bits of walking.
Did you snotted? We're all about the bodily fluids.
Excuse me.
Did something fall from your face?
Something fell from my face. You know what? There's something quite beautiful also about getting to a stage in life where you just don't give a shit what the people think.
Yeah.
and that's quite empowering, certainly as a woman, but as anybody I would guess. I can only speak from my kind of perspective. But you know, you grow up in this kind of bubble of giving so much of yourself to like society and what other people think, and trying to conform and fit in with your mates and make sure you're not left out and whatever else. And then I think once you can get to a point in life where you just don't give a shit, you find out who your friends are, you find a bit of inner peace, life just becomes so much more straightforward.
Yeah.
I mean, mine isn't right now, but generally,
Yeah.
life becomes so much more straightforward.
What's occurring here?
It's on a wee.
Is it?
Got osses in front of us.
It's just pulled off having a little tinkle.
It's on a wee.
Don't think we can zoom in.
It's
Not that you want to see her.
Nobody needs to see it.
Horse having a wee.
No.
We'll hang back. Bloody hell. There's a reason you talk about pissing like a racehorse. Jesus.
Wow. Wow. Oh, my glasses. You're right then, boys.
Want to say hello? So we're just along the side of a dike or a beck or some that describes both of us. some little streamy thing.
It's rain, I think.
Is it? Drain, apparently. We were on the wrong side of the road there, but
We're coming round a right and left-hand bend.
oh.
I just would like to not get run over by anything at this point in time. We'll cross over onto the
Do
other
as
side.
we say and not as we do.
Well, just as we get round the corner, then we'll observe the highway code, but I don't really want to go through a tight bend
That looks
on the wrong
pretty.
side of the road. Right, we can cross over now.
Right, we have permission, kids.
I will let you.
All systems go. Yeah, there's no grass verge here, so I think we're going to be jumping into bushes when that thing's hurtling towards us. Whee! Watch, there's nettles there.
Sailor.
Well,
Sailor.
that was not obeying the highway code of slowing down and giving us any space.
Oh, I think she had to slow down a bit because there was a chicane there. I mean, probably not for us, but so
No.
she'd plough into that.
Selfish
sand.
bitch was doing it for herself.
I've not got the steadiest hand to be able to.
Just coming off Bell End Boulevard, where no one wants to slow down. Nobody wants to pull out and give us any room.
It's a bit hairy scary at times.
Yeah.
But you know, I
And
don't
I'm-
want to say all BMW drivers are wankers, but
Oh,
they're not. The people that have just passed us are not doing anything for the BMW
reputation.
name,
Yeah.
shall we say.
I was going to say, I'm dressed like a Belisha Beacon, so there's no excuse for not having seen us.
I had to run at one point.
I run
I'm
as
wearing a bra for
ran
that
as
shit.
well. You know, again,
Yeah, I can't.
I've not really got the boobs to need a sports bra, but I've still gone with it.
All my bras are packed in a suitcase. I can't find.
Okay.
I've got one that's in the wash at the minute. Anyway, that's information that nobody really needs to know.
Hope you've got more pants than that.
I've got about 8 pairs of pants.
One for each day and one for a pair spare.
Yeah.
Get yourself down,
I
Asda.
need to go Primani or something. I've got a suitcase with some more pants in, but again,
Sit in the garage.
no, it's in the back of a car.
Oh. Okay.
This is my life right now. Living out of suitcases out of the back of cars.
Travelling.
Go.
Van life gone wrong. The alt van life.
I'm a hobo without the bow.
You're just a hoe. I mean, there are some people that might think that.
I hope not. My goodness.
Oh, I bet.
Oh.
So we're nearing the end of the walk now, coming back into civilization and screaming children. Ugh. Ugh. But yeah, we're leaving the wilderness behind.
So we are 8.7 miles in. We've been 3 hours 20 minutes.
It's not bad going.
We've stopped a few times to take in the scenery.
Aye.
But yes, we're just on our way back into the Belton. It's not the pavilion because that's the thing down the village.
Picnic area.
Belton picnic area.
We're back at the picnic area now, so that is our walk complete. What's the total? What's the scores?
Oh, 8.96. So we're going to have to obviously walk the car park for those last 0.4.
Let me see what I've got.
Oh God, if you're much less than that. 9.03. Oh, I'm the one that's going to have to run around the car park this time.
I'm finishing at that. That'll do. Off you trot then. How many have you got to make up?
0.4.
That's nearly half a mile.
0.3. 0.03.
Okay, so that's been a nice walk actually. I think scenery wise it was quite repetitive and samey. I think just to get out on a nice day, get some fresh air, do a fairly sort of lengthy walk, it was a nice one. And again, for cycling, the route was really good, really flat, so it'd be good for kind of family stuff. A pavilion here if you got here on time where you could have a cuppa and stuff afterwards. So yeah, and nice free parking, so all good. You done?
Yeah.
She's
9
done.
miles.
So that's it.
9 miles in 3 hours and 26 minutes.
Not too shabby. So I am absolutely Hank Marvin now, so we're going to go back to Mama and Papa's and raid their food. So here endeth another journey.
Back in the car, the final outro. Because Dev's just done one walking around the car park, but rude fuck me, she needs to involve me a little bit more.
So this is outro part 2.
Part deux.
Part
Yeah, so good walk, bit flat, very flat. Pretty bits, some not so pretty bits, some very overgrown, kind of covered in fly bits.
I think if what you're looking for is just to get out for a Sunday afternoon, get some fresh air, it's fine. I mean, it's not, you know, it's not the Peak District, it's not Clumber Park, it's you know,
It's Lincolnshire.
yeah, it's Lincolnshire, but it's nice. It's villages,
Sorry, just my hay fever starting to. I've just got a bit of a
villages, fields.
very family friendly walk as well. You know, if you've got kids who are able to do a distance, you know, even I'm sure there's ways of cutting it shorter than what we've done. That's shorter than we've done today.
And I think as well, I mean, it'd be a nice nature walk. So there's lots of like different plants, and I've seen lots of different animals and things like that. So if you've got
lots of flutterbys today.
So if you've got young ones, it'd be quite interesting just to do a bit of nature spotting.
Yeah, and I don't know what time the cafe shuts. I think Deb spoke about that before, but obviously we're back now at 20 to 6 and it's all shut up. So I'm guessing maybe 4:30, 5 o'clock-ish that the cafe shuts. So it's just one of those things to bear in mind if people are expecting a brew at the end of their walk, which fortunately we weren't today.
No, but I am famished, so
we're gonna vamonos,
yeah,
and go get some food.
Okay, see you next time.
Bye.